I think being open about having a boyfriend in this industry is bad for business, and that's why they hide it. I don't think that that's okay, especially if there's like this.
Why? Why? Do you think there needs to be a law enshrined any single person of any level of incredible attractiveness, if they put pictures of themselves online, they have to prove that they are not in a relationship? Because there has to be a potential. I have to have a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance? Like, this is actually a fantastic update from yesterday, by the way. I'm sure all of you have been following the saga lately, which a lot of people also sometimes ask, why do you cover stuff like this when it's like it involves such serious personal stories? This is the most famous, the most famous woman streamer and institution on Twitch, and the biggest, I think, one of the biggest ones globally. And is also being public about the story and talking about it, and other people are going to obviously cover it because it is newsworthy, and I think it's important. I think people being honest about being abused, trying to end the cycles of abuse, trying to leave the cycles of abuse, all that kind of stuff, it's an important discussion to have and not treat, you know, like something terrible. But there is good news in the story. So basically what happened is that, if you weren't following it, Amouranth is the largest streamer, the largest woman streamer on Twitch. Again, has a massive channel. Apparently, for years, she has been married in a very abusive relationship where her husband controlled every aspect of her life, including all of her social media, including all of her bank accounts, all of her money, and all of her finances, and was forcing her to stream for extended periods of time, to dress in ways that she wasn't consistently comfortable with, and to generate as much money as possible, like an asset. He basically viewed her as a commodity that he could use. That's essentially it. So both her boss and her husband treating her in the most horrifying of ways. It was worker exploitation, you know, in every possible sense, and it was so disgusting that it went on for so long. And she eventually exposed him by putting him on speakerphone on her show, and also featured all of the text messages that he had sent her, including threatening murdering her dog, which is fucked. So absolutely horrifying, man. So proud of her for exposing him. So proud of her for that. And apparently the good news is, not only is he safe, that he is, that they are separating, that she's going to be, I'm sure, lawyering up, and also that her pets are safe, which is also really nice. He's going to go seek help, which is probably the only thing you can do in that case. This was also, it's like, it's such a wholesome image, because it's like someone has escaped basically the worst possible human being that you can, just like horrifying human being who was doing the worst things to you, and your first stream back from that is like a wholesome stream where you are dressing as cozy or comfy as you want. No one is forcing you to dress in a certain way. You're hanging out with your dog, who is also adorable. It's like, I didn't think within 24 hours there would be such a happy and wholesome spin to this story, but it genuinely warms the heart. Yeah, you do a cozy stream.
I'm gonna take this off then. So he don't dox me too. Okay. Alright. How much of an asshole he is. So you never fucking realized, idiot? Anyways. So as of today, though, I have access to all of my accounts and finances again. He's not here. He's getting help. And I'm...
Honestly, this is a free Britney situation that happened in like less than 24 hours. Like, absolutely incredible. Because, like, think of how bad that was for so long. Just like from every possible angle. Like a misogynistic angle, a controlling angle, a paternalistic angle. Fucking weird ass dad is like, I will control every aspect of your life. Like, fucking weirdo. Into like a worker exploitation angle, because you are exploiting a human being for your own fucking financial gain. exact same scenario where this person controls her finances, this person controls every aspect of her life, tells her how to dress, tells her what he wants her to make, tells her to stream as long as possible, tells her to fucking have to live stream everything, even trips, like, even when she's like, I want to have a trip to Disneyland, that sounds nice, because I need a break from all this, you know, me fucking working all the time, like, holy shit, was the grind set ever wild on Amouranth. I always thought, because I watched that Vice documentary, that it was just like, she's just like 100% Sigma fucking grind set. I gotta fucking own this world. I'm gonna have, you know, multiple industries. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of different shit. I'm gonna combine different things. When it comes to this, it's fucking amazing that it went from someone who was being controlled, manipulated, abused, fucking a violent individual who's breaking shit, fucking smashing stuff at the house and stuff like that, terrifying her. It went from that to, I now have control of my own accounts, my social media accounts, my bank accounts. Like going public with this, which obviously fucking must have been a very scary thing to do, was the safest way to suddenly be like, I can protect myself, you know? Like once everyone knows about this fucking asshole may finally just back off, because it's like, oh shit, like fucking, I think 60,000 people were watching this stream, so it's like, that's a lot of fucking audience, and oh shit, it's all over the internet, like all the stories are talking about this right now.
Legal and emotional counsel. I'm like, do I drink? Do I stay hydrated? I don't know which one right now. But yeah, I've had a lot of people reach out that offer their help and support, including like legal help, places to stay, etc. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. It's just gonna be really messy, I fear. But you know, the alternative, keeping it hidden, was messy too. So I guess choose your mess.
So I'm not gonna play the whole thing, obviously. It's just like I said, it's wonderful and wholesome to see, you know, Amouranth, a victim of abuse, clearly in a much better space, in a much better way, with a very bright future. There is a call out at a certain point towards, because I saw like the internet summary of this. I haven't actually watched the stream, but there's a call out at a certain point towards the one of the cameramen who apparently did know quite a bit of how bad things were and never did anything about it. Because there's always that question, right? Like, didn't someone know? Like, how did this go on for so long? How did this get so bad? But it's honestly, it's really good that she's safe, especially after finding all that out, and then the scary, you know, situation that was happening shortly after. I gotta rip into the worst possible human being and take. Give it up for the quartering. Richest e-girl. Amouranth reveals she has a husband and he is a total monster.
The therapist even told him that it's a form of like psychological abuse, and that I'm basically living in a fancy prison. And then he was changed for a bit, and then the hot tub meta arose, and he was like, oh, this is an opportunity, and then he turned into an asshole again when I agreed to.
Who thought this was appropriate? Who? I want to know. Is this Lofty Pixels? Was someone just like, okay, so we got to do the memes, right? So why don't we get that kind of like, you know, soap opera drama playing in the background at the start of the video? We can show her crying, make everything look like it's all scary. That sounds fun.
To the grind, because it was a good financial opportunity for us. I've been wanting to tell people that, like, let's just stream together. Just tell them that we're married, because it's like our relationship would be better if we just stream them, and it's fighting all the time. But no, Mr. Don't say that, because it's gonna ruin the business model. It's not time yet. Yourself. I'm done with it. I'm not gonna you anymore. You want me to tell them I'm single? It's about to be true. Piece of.
Well, over the weekend.
Oh, the content giveth. Oh, 'twas a good day. 'Twas a good day.
Kind of a bombshell erupted as probably the largest e-girl on the planet, Amouranth.
I love that that's like the only thing he can think of. How do we spin this? Yeah, it's just, she's an e-girl. Largest, probably the biggest e-girl. The biggest enemy.
Revealed a well-known open secret that she is in fact married. And if that was all that was revealed, I think this video would have like a very different tone. right?
Oh, yeah, then you would have gone after her. Of course, obviously. Makes sense, because she should have disclosed every aspect of her life at all times, because men who subscribe to her only subscribe to her because of the boobies, and that's it. And so, okay, and then they think they're in relationships with her, so that was kind of a lie. The biggest open secret that everyone knew. Yeah, no, we all knew. What are you talking about? No one fucking knew that. She was very, like, that's part of the story, is how incredible she was at maintaining such levels of secrecy into every aspect of her life, outside of the ones that she was very carefully curated to release because of the asshole who was like manipulating her.
I would be memeing on all the tier 3 subs, laughing at all the people who thought that they had any kind of chance with her and exchanging her for money. And there are legitimate criticisms around hiding, presenting yourself as single because it's a good business decision. Something
like, there's a difference between doing streams and shows and wanting to have one version of your personality. Like, I have not seen you truly reveal what is the source of, like, you keep your family dynamics kind of secret. You do some strange kind of masking of it. You often frequently talk about how you have two gay black dads, and yet there's that other clip, which I can present as evidence in a little bit, where you talk about how you have a mom and a dad, and that was very recently that you did that one. That was, I guess, a little slip. You kind of forgot about keeping up the other story. But either way,
we now know that Amouranth did. But like, were you born yesterday? Any one of these, like, if she's a beautiful girl on accepting money for like images or whatever, she's got a boyfriend or a husband or both, right?
Even if that's true, so what? Who cares? You can be hot on the internet and be in a relationship, but also make money off your hotness. You don't, by definition, have to be single. Do you know how weird that is? Imagine being a sex worker where it's just like, yeah, I really wish I could be in a relationship. It's just like, part of my thing is that I have to make everyone think that I will be in a potential relationship. I have to sell them on the maybe. Like, that is so weird and gross. Sell them on the maybe, on the prospect.
And, this isn't to say that everyone that gives money to these girls think that they're going to marry them or think that they're going to, they have their simps. I assume that there's, look.
It's wild that he started this with, like, and keep in mind what this is. This is a story of someone who was severely abused, manipulated, controlled, gaslit, and had all their finances fucking dominated by an asshole who was incredibly verbally abusive. As far as we know, that's as far as it goes, but also was threatening to murder her dogs and her animals. So this is like, this is not small time. This is a very serious topic to take incredibly seriously. He starts the whole thing out with like, okay, so this video may have been different. May have been a different video if, hadn't been for some other information that came out, but do want to talk about e-girls and simps and how, like, they manipulate men.
People back me on like Locals or Subscribestar, and I don't think that they expect me to date them. Although,
holy shit! Wow, the fucking the clarity. Yes, no shit. That's the same thing for all these women who do that. They are putting part of themselves out there, but that part of themselves is not, you get to date me. That's not part of the, like, it's not part of the pitch.
I mean, just give more and then we'll see. There are people that take advantage of it. There are people that, are more open about it. I think being open about having a boyfriend in this industry is bad for business, and that's why they hide it. I don't think that that's okay, especially if there's like this.
Why? Why? Do you think there needs to be a law enshrine any single person of any level of incredible attractiveness, if they put pictures of themselves online, they have to prove that they are not in a relationship? Because there has to be a potential. I have to have a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance? Like, you are the fucking meme from Dumb and Dumber, the movie. I'm pulling that up.
What are my chances?
Not good.
You mean not good like 1 out of 100?
I'd say more like 1 out of 1,000,000.
The following is the Quartering's view on all women who want to basically make money off pictures of themselves on the internet. This is the requirement they have to have.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
That has to be there. That should be the law. I have a problem if that's not there, you know? And only then is it ethical to make money. Only then. That's the only way.
Perception of being available. And that's what this video would kind of normally be memeing on. But the reality is she revealed.
You've already memed on it for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of memeing on it. Yeah, normally I would meme, okay? But this is really serious. I gotta be careful about how we do this. There's the potential to just go way off the rails.
This evidence, or she revealed that she had a boyfriend in the middle of what appeared to be some level of mental distress, and revealed a lot of like heinous text messages. Now I've DM'd her. She actually followed.
Why? Why? What part do you have to play in this? Are you kidding me? You are the worst fucking human possible. That would add to anyone who is being abused trauma to have a DM slide in from the quartering. Hi, I know I've done like 20 videos about how all people give you money for is your boobs, but I just want to know if you're okay. You're like, oh my god, oh whoa, I was starting to feel better, but not anymore. Not anymore. God damn. Holy shit. Why did you do that? I didn't know about that. That's fucking gross. That's really gross. Stay the fuck out of people's DMs. This is like, ew. You know what you were known for. You were known for being the biggest fucking misogynistic asshole on the internet when it comes to this shit, with the biggest platform. That's what you were known for to women. When women find out about it, it's like, oh shit, it's that guy. It's the guy who thinks that fucking women try to control us with their bodies and their eggs are gonna expire, and any hot woman is only getting money because she's hot and has no talent whatsoever, and women in movies, unless we can have sex with them, serve no purpose. Or like, do you want that sliding into your DMs? Like that like you are basically a fucking the dick pic of humans. No one wants to see it. No one wants to see you. You fucking human dick.
It was me on both accounts, but I don't know if she's the one actually getting the social media, getting the
I should add. Sorry, you are the unsolicited dick pic of humans. I'll add unsolicited, okay? Because yes, the dick, the cock can be a many splendid thing, especially when consensual and requested. So I'm not trying to disparage the dick pic as a genre, but he is the unsolicited dick pic of people. That's what he is. That's how you will be defined.
It is, because she said she doesn't have control of her. Essentially, she has set herself up as like her boyfriend or husband. I mean, is pimping her out, essentially, forcing her to do 24-hour streams. Look,
I gonna recant anything. Gonna recant a lifetime of making videos on Amouranth. You know, multiple videos on how she's just a titty streamer who makes money only because she's super hot and has big titties. Gonna take any of that back? A single piece of it? A crumb? An apology?
I think that there's a time and a place for memeing, and I just don't.
You have already memed. You can't do that. You can't suddenly try and take the high ground here, Quartering. Jeremy, you can't spend 3 minutes doing memeing about this and talk about how, do you know, e-girls, the simps give them money, you gotta fucking realize they're not single. I wish there was, like, I think that's wrong, you know? They should all be single. Everyone, like, dude, you've already done the memes. You don't get the high ground on any level.
Get the feeling that this is one. There are some people out there that are like, oh, I'm getting some vibes that maybe she's faking this.
Why would you say that? Why would you even add that to the discourse if you know it not to be? There was a fucking phone call. She has the receipts. We heard the person. This is not a fucking meme.
I feel like I have a pretty good sense of stuff that people would fake. I just don't think she faked this.
Oh, thanks. Good job. Oh man. Oh, dude, what a gift. Man, that's gonna help, you know? I mean, in the list of shit that Amouranth is probably dealing with right now, finding out that the Quartering actually doesn't think there's a conspiracy theory, that she's making the entire thing up. What a gift. What a gift. Hopefully he can slide into those DMs again.
I don't think that, revealing that you're married to your legion of men who pay to see you in swimsuits is a good business.
He can't help it. He can't. Even when he's like, I'm trying to be the bigger guy here. All right, I'm trying to be the good guy. All right, my dudes, my fans. You're all watching this. I know. Normally we would go after her for being a whore. I know normally. Just slow down, okay? I know normally we gotta call her a prostitute and all the other things we can think of. Okay, I know that's normally what we do. In this case, we're going to be a little more measured, a little more reserved, because it sounds like she might be the victim of some pretty serious abuse, including someone who actually threatened to kill her dogs. So we're going to take the high ground, all right? We're going to take the high ground from this harlot who's willing to take cash from people who want to see her in a bikini.
This decision something that somebody would do for more clout? Because I don't think that would bring in more business.
It's all about the money, yeah.
But she did.
I mean, when you view the entire world as women are commodities for me to do with as I will, then yeah, okay, it tracks.
Reveal it in clips where she was saying, that her husband was threatening her dogs, that you have to do a 24-hour live stream. He forced her to continue saying she was single and commit to being in a hot tub stream. These are all things that were said in the middle of what I think is, accurately described as a breakdown. But, I know a lot of people aren't going to feel bad for her, and I understand that. But I think that it's also important to
imagine when you have curated such an audience. And by the way, when I say curated, I should be totally clear here. Grifted. The quartering has grifted. A majority, overwhelming, I think 99.9% male audience. He has grifted a male audience into being assholes who hate women and think they should be possessions and think they should be they owe men something. He has done this and taken their money and subs and fucking super chats and donos along the pathway of doing this and getting to a point where objectively, in this situation, there is no way for you to continue to go down that road, even though you are. He's found a way. He's basically just every now and then just been under his breath, oh, by the way, fucking boobies. But at the end of the day, try to reel it back and then have the audience of these same people who are so furious about the shit, these same people, take it all back and all of a sudden be like, yes, so we should be reserved. We shouldn't go after her, even though you've taught me to hate her so much and hate every woman like her. The e-girls, as it was.
In a world where there are lots of people who would take advantage of this kind of stuff or lie about this kind of stuff.
Good to see you.
I don't think that that's what's going on here. She said that she threatened to take all her money, force her to stream, force her to continue saying she was single. He also said that he would leave her with only $1 million.
So again, apology? Anything? One apology? Are you even going to mention it? Are you even going to bring this up? Because again, you have multiple fucking videos on this. Here, let me pull up the quartering receipts so we can see some of the incredible thumbnails that Jeremy and Lo-Fi, or is it Lo-Fi Pixel? Yeah, Lo-Fi Pixel, maybe Lo-Fi Pixel. I don't know. It's one of those two.
And burn everything on crypto, and he has control over all of the accounts allegedly. And then there are text messages that I don't know. Again, text messages can be faked. Okay, I understand.
Okay. So this is the thumbnail they thought it was appropriate to use for this matter of severe abuse, as well as the threatening of her dogs. This monster not only was manipulating her, exploiting her, forcing her to do things against her will, forcing her to stream for incredibly long hours, which is actually a form of torture, you could argue, that kind of shit, threatening to kill her dogs, absolute and incredible monster. This is the level. Holy shit! I don't even know what's happening in the background here. Is this supposed to be the husband or something, or is this the police? Some of the text messages you put it in the thumbnail. World's richest e-girl reveals she has a husband. That was the headline, by the way. Reveals that she has a husband. Yeah, and then yes, and it says, and he is a monster. Cool, good job. Dear Amouranth, Will it cost me to sponsor a stream of you in a hot tub of delicious coffee brand coffee? Holy shit, Amouranth reportedly using my coffee in her next tub stream? Because I added her and I made the story happen? Amouranth is very, very mad. She actually struck me twice. Amouranth is totally not mad. Garden tools are very angry. Hose. hoes are very angry was one of my many featured in a recent leak, but the only one I am aware running around and DMCA takedowning content. Yeah. He's a monster. He's a fucking creep of the highest order. Like, make no mistake. No matter what weird, like, you know, tricks his audience may try and pull on you, will reply to your like posts with, will try to like legitimately think you or try to deceive you into thinking that everyone's got him wrong. No, the dude's a fucking misogynistic garbage human. Absolutely is on every level. One of the worst people with the largest platforms on the internet. It's like, it's really gross.
And there's two sides to every story, and so I'm not here to just put out a video and say like, oh, this guy's definitely an evil person. But I mean, there are text messages here that are, you know, pretty gross. I think I had them in one of these screenshots too, where he's like, you know, essentially being really awful. And where is this? I had,
but not awful enough for you to treat this with any actual, I don't know, responsibility. That would probably be the word I use, responsibility. Like, that, not that bad. It's bad, but it's not like bad enough for me to actually not make a whole bunch of comments about her fucking scamming dudes who are her simps while she wears bikinis and is super fucking attractive.
You can see Valkyrie saying it's disgusting seeing the internet cult continue to invalidate and dehumanize people. What Amouranth has been trapped in is very real, especially having joint accounts, married.
Yeah, I don't care about you covering drama.
Certainly I've gotten fired up. I think we've all been in arguments before, and maybe said things that we regret. But this is, you know, pretty much on a different level. You see stuff like this.
Okay, for you tell me.
Yeah, it's someone being abused. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know. I think
like Keemstar, really bad. Okay, Keemstar, one of the worst possible fucking takes on this. But this is basically Keemstar's opinion just drawn out into a full like length video. Now you're watching fucking. Oh my god, this is fucking Mr. Girl Returns. Actual Justice Warrior liked. Oh, we got crossovers. The fucking little girls and cuties are attractive to me, actually, guy. That's who this is. That's Mr. Girl Returns. Yeah, I'm actually attracted to the people and cuties. Also, those little girls and cuties I'm attracted to, and I think most people are, and they're too scared to admit it. That's who this is. Fucking Max Carson. Wow. Okay, well, Max Carson is banned, so I'm not going to risk whatever is happening there. Oh, more Max Carson. That's who you choose to use when discussing fucking what happened to Amouranth. The dude who's attracted to the kids and cuties. The fuck is wrong with you? I don't know how you would fuck this up more. I'll be totally honest. Like, how did you think like this would in any way be appropriate?
Dr. K was too busy flirting and performing for the chat to notice. I mean, I think, you know, when you have a joint bank account and there's a lot of money in it, you are a little bit trapped in that relationship. I think that, you know, threatening to end your dogs, evict her, keep the money, you know.
Cameraman, we're in the house now. It's like the next time when I say plan, do it. My hotel lag is terrible. Stream is garbage. It's like $250,000 to.
You know what you are.
I kind of feel like this is that moment where even the biggest like fucking horrifying misogynistic asshole who's made a lot of money and profited off deeply by basically mocking this woman her entire career as having no discernible talent outside of her body, and that's the only reason people would ever give money to her, and then discovering that in large part the manipulation of her and control of her to do what she was doing for a living was done by her husband, and how horrifying that reality is, and having that sink in. That's what this face is. That's this moment right there where it's like, fuck, my entire fucking grift is built on fucking just demeaning women as sex objects and sex vessels. That's all I make my money off. That's so much of it. And now it's here and it's staring me in the face, and it's like, holy shit, this is really bad. This is really, really, really bad.
I would lock my door, but he broke that too. So,
Best advice I can give during my divorce my grandma gave.
I mean, I think that there are always two sides to every story, but I can say this. I mean, it does not look good. And I think you can meme on her for being an e-girl or whatever.
Why? Why now? Why when you find out someone's been abused, you're like, I want to fucking make fun of you for being a whore. You can meme on her for being a fucking slut. Yeah, she's a big old slut who just makes money because she's hot. Sounds like fucking awesome memes in the middle of everything.
I think that that's fair grounds. You can meme on the tier 3 subs who think that giving her money will mean that she'll sleep with them. I think that's funny too and memeable. But also, like, this is a woman who, you know, I think is clearly in a bad spot. And just because people hate her for being like an e-thought or whatever.
Do you know how weird this is? Like, this is fucking incel culture 101. Just because you know, we're all supposed to hate her because again, anyone who makes money online who's a woman is a whore. So, you know, that part's totally acceptable, but just understand that it just kind of seems like she had a rough day, you know? I don't know. It's kind of hard to sit here and do what I do every day for money when it sounds like this is kind of just, you know, a bad thing.
They just want to automatically say she's lying. I think that while she does have a history of lying, I think that this is a little too, you know, a little too specific, a little too serious that someone would fake. Now, if she did fake it, career over. You know, I don't think that that's the case. You know.
All right, well, that's more Jeremy than I'm ready to consume. It's just too much, you know? How about the fact that Amouranth, instead of Jeremy,
he doesn't
is
know me like that.
free and liberated, live now, 25,000 viewers, doing great
this
numbers, and just enjoying life, checking out horsies, having wholesome streams now. It's kind of nice, you know?
Hi, Pony. Are you wanting a pet?
Just like having wholesome streams.
Nose boop?
It's an incredibly happy ending to, well, not ending, but I guess beginning to an otherwise really fucked up story, you know? Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form, available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free, just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Juste, we shall spend many a generations building mighty cathedrals in your honor. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are but your oafish jesters, here to offer you a laugh at any opportunity. To our brave knights of the Round Table, Rachel K., Izzy Solidarity, Victoria Bell, Sebastian Demmel, Mark Harmon, Benji Arney, Scary Earth Human, Tony, DM Rivera, Resident Scarecrow, Sir Nickus, Cheryl Alvarez, Ruby Kelly, Brandon, Words Greenwood, Everything Important, Hegbert Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariane McCarthy, Doug Cady, Daniel Sutton, Jenna Tao, Dark Puppy, Quiet One 85, Anna Loves Riley, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, Multimondi, Trevbot EXE, Brian Ephraim, Anthropophojack, Catherine, Ramon Acosta, Nkosin, Ralph Parler, Violent Orchard, Political Puppy, La Media Panza, Todd Buckingham, and Todd La Jeunesse. We salute our valiant heroes off to fight injustice everywhere.